Okay, so this is my data set. Now let's create those tables that we just saw from this table. Okay, so new worksheet, fine. Click OK. Now I created new sheet where I'll create this report. So the first report that we had was province wise, branch wise deposit, right? So there we had branch, then we had province, and we had the balance. Okay, so this does not look that good, right? Because what is happening is you have branch and below it is province. uh, we were actually trying to get province at the top and branches, the concerned branches, under, right? So to tweak that report, it's very easy. Just if you look into this box rows, we have branch and province. All we have to do is drag this branch below the province, and that's your report. Okay, so you can get the summary province wise, branch wise, like this. Now let's create another report. Again, insert pivot table, again in new worksheet. So what we want to create is, we want province wise balance. And if you remember, the second report showed the number of accounts also, right? We are not just interested in the amount of deposit, we also want number of accounts. Okay, so for that we need to drag this balance table field to this values box. So if you do that, now we have B and C, two columns that shows the deposit balance only, right? So what we do is we'll change one of these two, this function, from sum to count. So how do we do that? So it's very easy. So if you just click on this drop down here, you'll see this value field settings. If you click here, you'll see this dialog box. Okay, so by default it was taking sum function. We want to change it to count. So hit OK, and that's the count of account numbers. Okay, so this is how you create province wise deposit balance and deposit number of accounts. Okay, so you see it's all about playing with these four boxes. Till now we have worked with rows box, column box, and values box. We'll also see an example where we'll be using filter box. Okay, now let's create another cross tabular report where we want to analyze province-wise deposit in percentage. Okay, so for that, let's create again another table, pivot table. My source of table is in sheet 4. Okay, so I want province-wise deposit mix in percentage. So when I just click these fields, I get report like this. So to convert it into cross tabular report, we'll have to take this product type into columns. Okay, or the otherwise you can do province on column side and product on the row side. That is also possible, but just a quick tip, it's better to put the fields that has longer rows on the rows side and columns for the shorter side. Okay, that way your report fits in one page. Okay, so we have this report here. Now we want to convert these values these values into percentage to make this report more analytical. So what we do next is you can either right click here and go to value field settings, okay, or we can also go to this analyze tab. So let me tell you about this. When we click outside of this pivot, we don't see that analyze tab and design tab. Once I click on this, I have this analyze tab and design tab, which is uh, these tabs are related to controlling these pivot tables. Okay, so right now I want to click on analyze tab, and then I want to go to this one, field settings. Okay, so either you can choose this way, or you can simply right click and click on value field settings. Okay, it's the two different approach to get to the same place. Now next step is we will have to click on, right now we are on summarize value by. Now we want to click on show value as. So this is another tab. If you click on this, you will see some change, right? So right now we have no calculation, show value as, no calculation. We want to change this show value as into percent of grand total. Okay, so we have so many options here. Right now we are interested in percent of grand totals. So if I hit OK, there you have report in percentage, right? So this makes more sense, right? This is more analytical than the previous report that had amount in figures.